Yeah, so here, this is the part B, 15 questions. First 8 questions, you use the Northwind database in W3 schools. First 8 questions. Then the next 7 questions, so you use the company database. Yeah, all right. 7, so 8 plus 7, so you have 15 questions. Yeah. All right. The first question I want to explain, question number 13. Yeah. Find the country with the maximum number of customers. Yeah. So when you understand this question, yeah, so the meaning, this question, find the country, this country. So we know for the whole database there is a customer table, right? Yeah, customer table. Yeah. So the customer table, then all the customers belong to several different countries. So here you need to apply the count function. When you apply the count function, then group by, you define subgroups, you define groups, okay? Groups. The groups, you use country as the group. Yeah, define country, groups. Yeah. Each country is one group. Yeah. Then you apply the count function for each country. Yeah. So each country count the number of customers. Yeah. So country 1, country 2, country 3, yeah. For a list of countries, then the counting numbers, number of customers. Yeah. So what do you need to return? Yeah. But here. Yeah. So here. Yeah. So let's understand here. Yeah. All right. Because subgroups, right? Yeah. Subgroups. Yeah. Country 1, country 2. Yeah. A list of countries. Country N, yeah. Then the number of customers. Number of customer. All right, yeah. Number of customers, yeah. All right, but I ask you only return one country. So find the country. One country with the maximum number of customers. Yeah. So if you sort, yeah. if you sort, so in SQL we use order by clause, or order by clause. Okay, order by clause. Order by clause, when you sort, ascending order, descending order. Okay, yeah. Ascending order, descending order. But ascending order is the default case. Default. So if you use the ascending order, then you do not need to write this A as C. Yeah. Yeah. Nothing. Yeah. Yeah. But if you put the A as C, yeah, it's okay. Yeah. But it's a default case. Descending order, then you need to use the keyword D as C. Yeah. Descending. All right. But because here we want to use the maximum. So you may like to sort order by descending case. Yeah. If descending way, so the maximum is on top. Yeah. After sorting maximum and its country, corresponding country, okay, on top. Yeah. But some students, because here I mentioned the maximum, some students may like to use the max function. Max, yeah. Apply the max function, yeah, on the number of customers, right? Yeah, max function, yeah. But when you apply that max function, yeah, you need to be careful for one thing, okay? Yeah, because your output should return two pieces of information. One is so your output here, output, okay? The first piece, max of number of customers. Okay, the first piece. Second, the corresponding country. Okay, yeah. But make sure, you know, the maximum number, counting number, comes from this country. Okay, yeah. If it's not, yeah, because if you apply the maximum function directly, you know, on the number of customers, that column, yeah, you may not get the corresponding country, you know, when you return, when you get the result. Yeah. If it's not, then one way to fix it, we use this order by. Yeah. Because when you use order by, the DBMs sort all the rows based on this column. Okay, yeah, sort. Then, you know, the corresponding countries, you know, follow. Yeah. So follow the counting numbers. So in that way, so when you return the top row, yeah. So then you get the maximum number and its corresponding country. Okay, yeah. But if you apply the max function directly, you need to check this part, if it's correct or not. Okay, yeah. If it's not correct, you need to fix it. You need to find a way to fix it. Okay, so one way to fix it is use this order by way. Order by, but you only take the top row, so you remember use the limit keyword. Yeah. Limit keyword. Limit 1, right? Limit 1, that means we just take the top row. Okay? Yeah. So that's about this question. Yeah. Order by clause. Yeah. Yeah. So later I will go to the W3 schools. Yeah. So you can look at the order by page. Yeah. Some information. Yeah. Another question similar to this one but slightly different. So I want to use the comparison. Do comparison. Okay. Right. Another question closely related to this question, but slightly different. So that's this question. Number 18. Number 18. Find those countries. Could be more than one. Those countries with their corresponding number of suppliers. You know, previous one, number of customers. Here, number of suppliers. All right. Yeah. Who? Yeah. I mean the countries. Yeah. Who? You know, refer to those countries. Who have the minimum number of suppliers? Yeah. Still, this time minimum. Yeah. Yeah. But so here you can see the previous country, although we use maximum, this one we use minimum. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Yeah. But one important difference is this question, I only ask you to give me one country. One country. Yeah. I didn't put plural form. One country. Because it's possible that more than one countries, they all have the same maximum number, right? Yeah. That's the main difference, right? So the main difference is this one, in the wording part, I ask you those countries, all right? Yeah. So you need to give me all those countries. Yeah. All those countries. Yeah. If more than one, you need to give me all of them. Okay? All those countries. Yeah. All and with the same minimum. Yeah. Number of suppliers. Okay? Yeah. So this query is more complicated than the previous one. Previous one, we can use order by limit 1, then we just take on top, we just take first one. Yeah. But this one, you may have, so for example, so if I draw diagram here, yeah. Still we prepare 2 columns. Okay, 2 columns. Okay. Yeah. So the country 1, 2, and yeah. Then number of supplier 1, number of supply 2, okay, number of supply n, yeah. All right. If you sort it in ascending order, suppose if you sort in ascending order, so the minimum on top, the maximum bottom, okay? Sort ascending order, okay? Yeah, minimum on top. Yeah. So in this situation, you, yeah, based on the data in the North Wind database, yeah, if you do it, then you will see there are multiple rows, the top a few rows with the same minimum number. Okay? Yeah. Same minimum number based on the requirement. You need to list all those countries with the same minimum number. Okay? So that's the main difference. Yeah. But to answer this question, so you need to do a little more work. Yeah. Yeah. but you do not need to sort it. Okay? Yeah. So here I use the sorting to explain the meaning. Yeah. Yeah. So here, because after you sort it, you don't know how many rows you need to retrieve the number of rows with the minimum number. Yeah, you do not know it. Okay? Yeah. So this one you do not need to sort it. You do not need to sort it. Okay? Yeah. You only need to retrieve. Yeah. You need to find the minimum number. You need to retrieve the minimum number. Yeah. So here, you need to use another SQL feature. Yeah. So we will go there. Another SQL tree feature. Having clause. Okay. Having clause. Having clause. Yeah, so I will go to the W3 school. Yeah, so there is one page about this having clause. So what's that? Yeah. All right. Because here, so let's consider the situation. Yeah. Yeah. Before we do anything, we need to apply count function on a number of suppliers, right? So you need to apply count function on number of suppliers. Yeah. And then comma the country. Group by the country, right? Group by country. Yeah. All right. Yeah. After that, so you count supplier ID country. Okay, all right. So that's all your rows. So which row you select? Which row? Yeah, because you have many rows, right? You only select those rows. You only select those rows. They are equal. Yeah. So this count number, the count number equals the minimum. You apply minimum function. Minimum function of this counting number. Okay. The counting number. Yeah. Any row, if the counting number equals the minimum, you need to find the minimum. Okay, you need to find the minimum. Counting, you select it. Okay, so each row equals the minimum value selected. Okay. So at the end, you select all the countries with the same minimum counting numbers. That's the logic. So here, that's the logic. But when you apply this minimum value, then remember the counting number equals the minimum value. That's your condition, right? So the condition you need the selection condition you need, okay? Yeah. The counting number equals minimum of the counting number. Okay. All right, yeah. That's the selection condition. That's the condition you use to select the rows. All right, but here you can see when you describe this condition, you use the aggregate function here. The minimum is the aggregate and aggregate. Function. Okay, yeah. So in your condition, when you have an aggregate function, you cannot there is a problem you cannot do. You cannot do it in the where clause. So usually we put our condition in where clause, right? Yeah, usually we put our condition in where clause. But if your condition contains any aggregate function, then you cannot do it in the where clause. Okay, yeah, you will get a syntax error. Okay, but how to avoid it? Then, when you have an aggregate function, you need to put it in the having clause. Okay, that's the place. That's the situation. When you have an aggregate function, you need to use the having clause. Having. Clause. Okay, yeah. After group by, yeah, because here, when you do counting, you need to use the group by clause country. Okay, group by country. Yeah. After group by clause, group by country, having. Yeah. So your having clause after the group by clause. Yeah. So having condition, group by clause followed by that having clause. So the condition containing an aggregate function in the having clause following the group by clause. Okay? Yeah. That is for this question. Yeah. So this question a little more complicated. Yeah. But you need to understand, you know. So everything you need to do in this way. Yeah. So you can figure out. Okay, all right. So let's move to the W3 schools. So we look at those 2 pages. Yeah. Yeah. All right, yeah. So W3 schools here. Yeah. One is this order by page. Okay, yeah. So order by page. Yeah. So that's easy. That's easy. Yeah. So when you do sorting, so use the order by clause, ASC, DSC. Okay, yeah. But ASC, it's the default case. So you can omit the keyword ASC. Yeah. All right. So that's very easy to use order by example. Okay. Yeah. Another page you also need to study. Yeah. Having clause. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Right. So here. Yeah. Here. Right here. Having clause. Okay. Yeah. Having clause has this property. Yeah. Because in the where, after this where keyword, where clause cannot be used with aggregate functions. No? So here the minimum, maximum, aggregate function, count. So those aggregate functions you cannot put in the condition in the where clause. Where some number equals aggregate function, you know, you get an aggregate function of some, you know. Yeah. All right. So in that situation, so you do not use the where clause. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Because after the group by clause, then condition, put it up, condition involving the aggregate function, you put it in the having clause, having condition. Okay? Yeah. Right. Yeah. So then you study some examples here. Okay? Yeah. Having condition. Here you can see the having condition, the count number, yeah. Count function, you can use the aggregate function in your having condition. Okay? Yeah. So any aggregate function related condition, so you can put it in the having clause, but you cannot put it in the where clause. Yeah. So that's the main difference. Yeah. All right? Yeah. So with that, yeah. So then you can do the question number 18 in our homework assignment 2B. Yeah. Okay, so that's the explanation I want to explain, for the homework assignment. Okay, yeah. All right, yeah. So that's the first part. Second part. So I want to go to the sample project. First, I run the sample project. So I show the demo. Then, second, then I explain the main page. Main page. Actually, the main page, it contains the example I give you last time, the university view example. University view, you only view the data. So you do not do any feature other than view. Yeah. But this one, on top of that view page, yeah, then we do all those editing features. Okay, insertion, retrieve data, update the data, so then delete one row of data. Yeah. So those features we do in this sample project. Okay, yeah. All right, so first let me do the demo. All right. Yeah. So I go through all the steps. Yeah. So for everyone, so when you need to run this code, so you can follow all these steps. Yeah. First, when you start with the code, right? Yeah. Yeah. So here. Right. So you need to download. So the folder, I will give you the zip file for this university edit data zip file. After you download, so that's all the code you need. Okay, all the code you need. Several PHP files and the JavaScript in this JS folder. Only one JavaScript file, university.js. Okay. In this JS folder, yeah, supporting several functions, JavaScript functions. Okay? Yeah. So you need to use. Yeah. This unit input.php, this is our main interface page. Main interface page. Then, other than the interface page, you have several data processing page. Okay, so here, 4 data processing PHP files. You can see, what do we want to do from the file name? Enter table row. Yeah, enter a new row of data. So you need to use this enter table row .php file to do the processing, server side processing, right? Yeah. Then get data by row. Yeah. If we need to edit a row, we need to get the original value first. So we use this PHP file to get the value. Okay, all right. Set data by row.php. When you need to update the data of that row, you need to use this data processing file. Okay, set by row, data by row. Then the last one, we want to delete one row of data. So delete data by row.php. Okay, yeah. So you can see, this sample project covering all the editing features. Okay, yeah, all right. Yeah. Then JavaScript functions. All right. So about the structure, then, so let's run it first. Yeah. Run it first. So let me save this file. Later I will upload this file. Okay. So for your reference, so you can, view the explanation on this page. Yeah. Now, I need to start the server, right? Yeah. Exec. Yeah. Yeah. So I'll show you everything you need to do. Okay. Yeah. So this step we need to do. Yeah. Start Apache server first. Okay. Yeah. Start MySQL server. Okay. Yeah. All right. And also, you need to make sure your database is installed. Okay. So here let me start a new browser. Okay. Localhost. Yeah. Yeah. So, PHP my admin. This page, the first time, always very slow. Yeah. Running, still running. See, still running. Yeah, so then we get to that. Okay. Yeah. University DB, yeah. The database. So you can see 5 tables. Okay. Yeah. 5 tables. All right. So the database is ready. So now you can run the sample project. Yeah. So the database script included in the university view. So this one I do not include the database. Okay? So if you need a database script, you need to go to that university view zip file. Okay? Yeah. All right. Then I need to start admin. Okay. So move here. Start my NetBeans. All right, so started. Yeah. So here I already have the university edit Yeah, I already have it. Yeah, but to show you all the steps. Yeah, yeah, because here that's my old copy. Yeah. So let me start from scratch. So how do we make a new one, new project? Okay, PHP. Yeah. So the PHP application. Yeah. Next. Then the project. So make sure the location of the project is example htdocs, then the project name. So project name, then we need to, yeah, so here, we need to create a, university, edit data. Yeah, so the, here, old name already there. So you got some, so here I use 1, okay? Yeah, so it's a new project name. University edit data 1, so new project name, okay? Then it's okay. Yeah. So then we just take the default, okay? We do not need to change anything, okay? Nothing to change. Framework, we do not select any framework, okay? Yeah. Yeah. All right, so do nothing. We just click finish. Yeah. Actually, you do not need to go through all those default. You can just click finish earlier. Yeah. Now, after that, an empty project is generated. Yeah. But here, the pane here, it's a files pane. Yeah. So we don't work on the files pane. So you can see the file detail. So here, file detail, but we should work on the project pane. Yeah. So this project pane, okay? Yeah. Sorry, let me. This is the project, University Edit Data 1. This is the project pane. So when we work, we work in the project pane, okay? Yeah. All right. Index.php, the default welcome file. Here we do not use it. Okay, so we do not use this file. Okay, you can ignore it. You can ignore it, or you can delete it. All right, because we do not use it. If by accident you run it, you see some blank page. So we can delete it. Okay, yeah, delete. Yeah. All right, so no file in the source files folder. No. Yeah. Then we do copy paste. So you download the code here. Yeah. All the files we want to copy under the source files folder or node. Yeah. All right. So let's select all the files. Control A will select all the files. Okay. All right. Then we drag and drop to this node, source files node. Yep. All right. So everything, yeah. Images, JS folder, yeah, everything. Yeah. So we drop it. Yeah. So here I can close all my old files. Yeah. All right. So this our current project. Yeah. All these files. All right. Yeah. Ready. So we can run it. So you right click this file. Yeah. 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 Oh, sorry. Yeah. Here. Be careful. Yeah. So because always jump to files pane. Yeah. But when we work, we need to work on the project pane, not files pane, right? Yeah. Otherwise, a lot of features not there. Yeah. So still, make sure you are in the projects pane. Yeah. Right-click the file, because this time you have the run. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it showed me this. Yeah. Anyway, then you click this. Yeah. But actually, I wanted to display directly. Yeah. But it brought me to that, yeah, list of files. Yeah. All right. So this is the. Yeah. Let me put that at the bottom. Yeah. So this is the simple user interface. Okay. Yeah. So you use hyperlink, you can navigate to all the 5 tables. Yeah. But this version, the editing features included, editing feature, yeah. New row. So there is a new row button. In order to enter new row, yeah. So you click that new row, so you get it. You can enter new data. Okay. 25, for example. Yeah. And yeah, okay. Yeah. Class 5. Yeah. Math. Yeah. All right. Enter. Okay. Enter. Yeah. So it's entered. Okay. New row entered. Yeah. So that feature. All right. Edit. So you click edit button. Yeah. So the data display in the input fields. So you can change the value. 4. Okay. Yeah. All right. So 23. Yeah. For example. Then update button. Click. Yeah. Then it is changed. Yeah. All right. So here the sorting, ascending order, descending order. Also it has the sorting feature. Okay. Ascending, descending. Ascending, descending. Okay. And so on. All right. Yeah. And you can do all these things for all tables. For all tables, you can do all these features for all the tables. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Yeah. And here there is a show max. I want to show you the Ajax feature. So here, when you click show max button, we only show the maximum value of the first column. Each table only the first column. Show max. Oh, yeah. Yeah, this one I didn't include. Yeah, I didn't include that feature. In my later version, I include. Yeah, this version I do not include. In my next version, when I talk about Ajax, so when you click button, so you'll see the maximum value of the first column. All right. Yeah. So in this example, so you learn how to do all those basic features, editing features. Okay. Yeah. So then next, so another sample project, I give you the code for the transcript part, how to generate the transcript, and how to do the Ajax feature. Yeah. So and also we have a jQuery version. jQuery, so we can do it. Many features we can also use jQuery to do. Yeah. This version, I do not use jQuery. Just use the JavaScript. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Next, after this demo, so I want to explain the PHP code, help you understand. Yeah. Because if you try to understand by yourself, for those students who do not have the PHP experience, it could be hard. Yeah, so here I explain my code, the meaning. So then, yeah, because there is a lot of the reason behind. So why I need to do it this way. So the reason I need to give you. Yeah. Otherwise, it's very hard to understand. Yeah. All right, let me bring up the PHP code of that interface page. Yeah, here. So this page. So I print out as a PDF file. Yeah. So that's everything we need in that interface page. Yeah. All right. So here, let me explain the main steps. Okay, yeah, main step to help you understand why I do it in this way. Why I do it different ways. Yeah. All right, line by line. Yeah. So explain. All right. So let's start from beginning. The first 3 lines. Yeah. First, the PHP tags. Yeah. So you know. Yeah. Yeah. Opening PHP tag, then closing. Yeah. Close the first pair. Closing here. Okay. Yeah. So it's PHP tag. We can embed PHP code in HTML file. Okay. Yeah. So that's the easy thing. Yeah. But the first 3 lines. Here you can see we use 3 PHP parameters to control three properties. Yeah. Yeah, because when you do features, you know, many times we need to use parameter values to control, you know, different cases of those features. So here, let me explain. Yeah. So here, $, yeah, so that here you see we use the $ notation starting with $. So that's the PHP variables. Okay. These 3 PHP variables. Yeah. The first one, MN. Okay. Yeah. I use MN. Yeah. So this MN refers to the menu number. Menu. Okay. Menu number. Yeah. Number. So what do you mean menu number? Okay. All right. Look at the top bar. Top bar. So you know, we treat it like a menu, right? The top bar. Yeah. Top bar. Table. Table 1. Table 2. And so on. Okay? All right. Table 1 corresponds to the menu number equals 0. Okay? Equal 1. So we use this MN variable value to control which table to display. Okay? So this number control the table to display. Okay, yeah. So the value from 0 through 4, yeah. Because we have total 5 tables. 0, the first table, and so on. So that's MN value. Then CN. So what's that CN? Column number. Okay, C refers to column. Okay, column number. Yeah. Because for each table you have multiple columns, right? Yeah. So for one table you have several columns. Yeah. One table. Yeah. One table. All right. Yeah. So here I want to show the, sorting. Yeah. So because this value we need to use for sorting feature. When you do the sorting feature, you need to specify which column you want to use as the base, sorting base, right? Yeah. Yeah. So then CN number, yeah. The first column, the CN number is 0. Second number, CN number 1, 2. Yeah. So the default, the 0 means the default. The good thing about 0 is when the value is not provided, the default value is 0. Okay? So you do not need to specify it. The default value automatically, it's 0. So this is the default. 0 always, default case. Here the table number 0, so this is the default table, okay? Default table. Yeah. All right, so you use the CN number to control which column you want to use as the sorting base, the CN number. Yeah. Then, when you do the sorting, there is an ascending order, descending order. Yeah. So that one, ascending or descending, we use the DIR direction. Okay, which direction to go? Ascending, descending. Yeah. So there's 2 values. 0 means ascending, ascending order. 1 means the descending order. Okay, yeah. So 0, 1 value to control which direction you want to do the sort. Yeah. All right, yeah. So after you understand the meaning, yeah. So then you feel better. Yeah. Why we do this way? Yeah. Otherwise, it's hard to see what you are doing. Yeah. Then this part, let me also explain this part. So we retrieve this part. We retrieve the parameter value. Yeah. So what we are doing here, we retrieve the parameter or the values, retrieve value of parameters. Yeah. Okay. Value of the parameters. Yeah. Yeah. So the way. Yeah. First, you need to specify name of the parameter. Yeah. Name. Yeah. So here, there's some background knowledge I need to explain here. Yeah. Otherwise, for the beginner users, you get confused here. Yeah. So this step. All right. So in PHP, actually in web programming, so here, this background knowledge, we need to use the background knowledge here, okay? Background, sorry. for HTML. Oh, yeah, actually it's not HTML. Background for HTTP. HTTP parameter. Okay, yeah. Because you need to pass data. Passing data using HTTP parameters. Okay. So you use HTTP parameters. For what? Passing data. Passing data around. Yeah. Passing data. Here, we pass 3 pieces of data. So, these 3 variables, passing 3 pieces of data. Okay, all right. So for each piece, each piece of data, or each parameter, okay, each parameter, we use key value pair to pass the data. Okay, the form, we use the key value pair way to pass the data. All right. Here I need to use example to explain. So, what do you mean? Key value pair. Yeah. Key value pair. So each parameter. So each parameter. You need to have a name of the parameter, right? Each parameter you need to have a name. Okay. So here, for example, that MN, that's the name of the parameter. Okay, so we use this MN, that's the parameter name. Okay, then you also need to have value of the parameter. For example, 0, 1, that's the value of the parameter. Okay, name value pair. Name value pair. Yeah. So how to pass? I need to give you an example. How to pass. So here, one way to pass. So one way. So here, one way. There are other ways. 1A through URL. URL, right? So URL. HTTP, so URL, okay? Yeah. All right. Yeah. So here, let me show you an example. So how to pass in the URL. Yeah. If you look at the top bar, URL, that bar, okay? Yeah. So URL, we start with HTTP : // because here we use the localhost. Localhost. Default port number, so we do not specify the port number. Then / the project name, okay? Project, university. Edit data. Edit data, okay? Yeah, just for short. Yeah. All right. Edit data. All right. Yeah. After that, because the project, that's the folder name. After that, you need to have the PHP file name. Okay. Our PHP file is the uni input. our PHP file, this file we call the unit input.php. All right, yeah. So we bring up this page. Then, after this file name, we need to specify the parameter in name value pair. Okay, we put a question mark. Okay, question mark to separate the parameter part and the main URL part. All right, after the question mark, parameter name mn equal, yeah, equal sign to separate name and value. Equal, for example, 1. Yeah. So name mn value equals 1. Okay, that's the first parameter. All right, because you may want to pass multiple parameters. The second parameter, then you use ampersand sign to separate. After the first parameter, then ampersand. Okay, the second parameter cn, for example, equals 2. Yeah. Then we have third parameter, right? Yeah. So after that second parameter, another ampersand. Okay. Third parameter dir, for example, equals 1. Yeah. In this way, you pass 3 parameters to this file. Okay, to this unit input.php file. Then inside this file, we use the top 3 lines to retrieve those 3 values. Okay? So with this background knowledge, now you can understand what's going on. Otherwise, for those beginners, okay, I do not mean those experienced programmers. For those beginners, you may feel hard to understand. Here, I tell you this, hidden information. Now you understand, what's going on behind the scene. Yeah. All right, yeah, because when we pass parameter, when you retrieve the data, so PHP had, first you need to, so this part, the PHP constant, in capital letters, in capital input underscore get. So because the data we pass, we use the default HTTP method. Get is the, so here, another background knowledge you need to understand. That's passing data. When we pass data, passing data under certain HTTP method. Yep. Because when you pass data, you need to specify which method to use, which HTTP method use. Specifically, 2 commonly used HTTP method, get method and post method. Okay? Get method and post method. Post method. Okay? Get method is the default. Default, that means if you do not specify, then you use the get method. For post method, you have to specify it. Okay, you use the post method. Later, when we submit data, usually we use the post method to submit data. The difference between get and post, later if I have a chance, I will explain the difference. Here, you just know, these 2 methods. Because here we use the get method, right? Yeah, so here we use the URL. URL way, so that's the getaway, okay? So this is the getaway or default way. Because we do not specify, or the default way. Default way, okay? Yeah. Yeah. So get method. That's the reason here we use PHP constant, capital input underscore get. Because the data is stored, so you can find the data in the get portion. Yeah. So data stored somewhere, you know, reserved for the get method. If you use the wrong method, if you use post, you cannot find your data. Yeah. You have to find your data stored in the right place. Here, you know, get place. Okay? So we retrieve data also from that get part. All right. Then filter function, filter underscore input. Yeah. Because when you retrieve the data, you need to consider the hacker may feed some harmful data for you. Yeah. The hackers usually they embed some harmful code as the input data, try to steal your data from your information from your database. Yeah. So hackers use that way to hack your database. Okay. So PHP provide filter protection. Yeah. Filter out the harmful code. So that's why you call the filter underscore input function. Try to detect, find some harmful embedded code. Yeah. All right. All right. So after that, yeah, because then the next after the filter function, you get the value of the parameter, right? So after the filtering step, after filtering, you get the values of the parameters but the parameter, the value, as the default, the data type, the default data type for your is the string data as string, because that's the default data type. Yep. Yeah. HTTP sending data in the string data by default. Okay? All right. Yeah. So think about, after you retrieve data, that's the string data type. But these numbers sometimes you need to use as integers. You need to do conversion. So here you call int_val function, convert data from string to integer. So that's why. Because sometimes you need to do math operations, right? Arithmetic operations. For string, you cannot do arithmetic operations. Okay. So you need to use the numerical values. Then you can do arithmetic operations. All right? Yeah. So then you use the int_val function. So you convert the string values to integer values. Okay? Yeah. Yeah, because sometimes we use integer values, right? Yeah. So that's why. So we do the conversion. Otherwise, if you use the wrong data type, yeah. For example, plus. For the numerical value, when you do plus, you do incremental thing, right? Yeah, you add the value. But if you do plus on string values, you do concatenation. That's wrong. Okay? Yeah, that's wrong way. Okay, concatenation when you do plus, yeah. Operation. So that's the difference. All right. Yeah. So now, after that, then, let me see. Oh, I do not have much time. I have to stop. So you can see a lot of things to explain. Yeah. So here, because a lot of hidden information I need to explain. That's why it takes a long time. Yeah. But after my background explanation, at least you know, you can understand the code better. Although after that, a lot of PHP programming related things. Yeah. All right, so let me leave the remaining explanation next time. Yeah. At least I need to explain the, this this is the main PHP file I need to explain. Okay? Yeah. Yeah. Then you can work on top of this file. Otherwise, if you do not understand this file well, then it will be very hard. Okay? To do modification, you need to change the code, modification. Okay? All right. So let me stop right here.